Both these teams picked up wins in their opening game. And there you see the Raiders from Palmetto. They were victors. They beat the Sweetwater squad 29-0 in their first game. They are 13-0 on the season. And the Palmetto Raiders, this is midget, ages 12 to 14. You see the weights. And then in the older and lighter for the 15-year-olds between 105 and 140 pounds. So these youngsters are a little bit bigger, a little bit better developed, and we anticipate a very good game.
I watched, carefully watched both these teams warm up, and I'm going to tell you something, folks. There are a lot of athletes on the field today from both these teams. Both of these teams are undefeated. This is really going to be fun to watch, and I'm telling you, there's just a tremendous amount of athleticism here on the field.
When you take a look at Northwest, right there, one of the alums from that program, Aaron McKee, the outstanding college basketball star at Villanova, went on to play for many years for the Philadelphia 76ers. But then when you take a look at Palmetto, there are relatives to some of the alums from this program that are outstanding. Troy Davis, remember the great running back at Iowa State. He was the first major college running back to put up over 2,000 yards in rushing in back-to-back seasons. He has relatives on this squad.
His nephew was their great running back for Palmetto. And I'll tell you another one from Palmetto. You might not remember this one, Winston Moss.
Well, I remember Winston Moss. Of course, he was a great linebacker at the U and spent about a dozen years, well, spent 10 years in the NFL, and he's the linebacker coach right now for the Green Bay Packers.
Yes, he is. And Winston, I had him as a rookie with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when I was defensive coordinator. And but not only a great player, but a great young man. I mean, really a good human being.
So this should be an outstanding game, and the weather for this game couldn't be better. I mean, for our 8:30 game, we started play this morning. Temperatures were in the lower 40s. You know, I think now as the dew has burned off, as we get a little closer to 11 o'clock Eastern time, temperatures are now around 50, maybe 51, 52 degrees. But there's no chilling wind that we had to experience yesterday. So the temperatures, the conditions are just perfect for this game.
Yeah, and interesting the dynamic here. Palmetto Raiders, they have 33 players on this squad, and per Pop Warner football rules, with that amount of players, 31 to 35, each player on that team, and they will monitor this, must play at least 6 plays. Now, on the other side of the football, for the Raiders from Philadelphia, from Germantown, as you say, there's 26 players on that team. So each of those young men, you see, boy, sharp uniforms, must play at least 8 plays in the football game today, and that's monitored. Sharp-looking uniforms, sharp-looking football teams, athletic. This will be fun.
A moment ago, our crack production team right on top of the current temperature. Current temperature right now, 57 degrees, and you can't beat that. Just another great day here at Disney Wide World of Sports. Hey, if we can, let's go ahead and listen in to the coin toss.
Be having some problems with the field mic of our umpire, referee. Boy, aren't those beautiful uniforms? Wow, I love that. I was amazed at the amount of honor roll students on both these teams, Dave, and really stressed in Pop Warner football.
Northwest has won the toss. They will defer. And Palmetto will get the first crack at the football.
This should be a good one, and I tell you, one of these teams is going to advance to the final game of the 2014 Pop Warner Super Bowl tournament in the midget class. Palmetto Raiders, coached by Artis Knight, and of course the Raiders from Philadelphia, coached by Dane Watson.
Dwayne Watson, talked to him last night, and Artis Knight, coaching Palmetto. He's been with this program for 18 years. He's a high school phys ed teacher, so in Hialeah, so he knows this market very, very well.
You know, and Coach Watson on the other side, 19-year coaching veteran. So veteran coaches, they know how to prepare teams for this tournament. They know how to teach fundamentals, and this will be a lot of fun.
Second of 4 live games this afternoon. Every one of these games a semifinal matchup that's going to send a team into a national championship game. And we will be underway in just a second.
Aisheem Young will kick off for the Raiders from Philadelphia. We've got to be careful. We got 2. This has been the year of the Raiders.
We've already had a Raiders matchup.
Great kick.
Kickoff taken at the 10-yard line.
Oh, look out.
And that was Darren Davis. We were talking about Troy Davis. And so Darren does a nice job on the kickoff return. And their offense, we expect them to start in the wishbone.
If I am the Philadelphia Raiders, I'm going to try not to kick it to that young guy.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I can't wait to see Darren Davis. I've heard a lot about him.
We've heard a lot about Chris McDonald, too. He's their quarterback. Number one for the Raiders. And they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
Some movement up front, no question. Could be encroachment, yep.
All right, we'll work on his mic, but that's going to be a 5-yard mark off. And Northwest from the Philly area brought their cheerleaders down. I like that. I think that's a nice touch.
A large contingent of cheerleaders.
Yeah, there's as many cheerleaders as there are players. Here's McDonald under center now after that 5-yard mark off. Long count. Pitch back. Goes to Quincy Barnes. Barnes really didn't get a chance to get rolling on that particular carry.
Oh, and right off the bat, I love that. And you know me, I watch fundamentals. Right off the bat, I watched the nose tackle and the defensive line for Germantown. And wow, excellent leverage. And that was number 3, Zaire Core, the nose tackle. Love his stance and his get off.
All right, 4 wide, 2 to each side this time on 2nd down and 6 from the 40-yard line after a 1-yard loss. McDonald back to pass. Incomplete. Tried to swing that out into the flat to Lee Morales, and he couldn't hold it.
Yeah, typical early in the game, you know, just a lot of adrenaline running, high throws.
We'll get this thing settled down. Line of scrimmage is the 33-yard line.
The Philadelphia Raiders, they operate out of the 5-3.
Trying to get to the wide side, and there was just nothing happening there, and they're all fired up. Kyrie Green, Zaire Core.
Great fundamentals in this defense. Watch the nose tackle here. Look at him. Oh, wow. Again, that is the nose tackle, Zaire Core, and I'm telling you, I'm going to watch him all game because that young man fundamentally knows how to play football. Great leverage, great knees.
Palmetto into punt formation on 4th down and 17.
Isheem Young back.
Line drive kick that will take a Palmetto bounce and will go out of bounds near the 38-yard line. So that is where Northwest will get their first crack at the football. NWR, the Raiders from Germantown.
And again, they operate out of the double wing. Now, I'm anxious to watch their version of the double wing offense. Will it be more of a wing T type style? We're going to find out right now.
Northwest Raiders, Dwayne Watson told us last night, this is the first group from their association to go to the Pop Warner Super Bowl 3 times.
I think
Hakeem Bonner is their quarterback.
Palmetto, I think, had 12 on the field. Let's see. Well, we can't hear. Yep. Yeah, we've lost the field, Mike. But they had 12 on the field, I believe. So 1st and 5.
Bonner, the quarterback for Northwest, suffered a broken jaw before the season began. So had to deal with that. And of course, his brother, when you take a look at Pop Warner highlights, they still feature one of the runs. His brother was the quote unquote the machine. And his dad, Greg, is the offensive coordinator. So it's a family affair for Northwest.
And he was given the name Machine by, I think it was David Diaz Infante. I'm not positive. Oh, it's true. I mean, that's where he got his nickname from ESPN.
Yeah. Here's Dwayne Watson. See his head peeking up there. 1st and 5. Whoa! Darius Brown, WWF style, brings down Core after a short gain.
Yeah, and we saw Core at nose tackle, and now we see him at running back. Interesting combination. In their version of the double wing is an offset eye. Look at the, wow.
How about that?
Whoa.
Quarterback keeper. That ball is fumbled and picked up by Darren Davis, who's going to take it in for a defensive touchdown. Yes.
Boy, what a turn of events that was. You talk about lightning in a bottle. Boy, Darren Davis, that, you know, and from our angle, honestly, I didn't even see the ball come out. Let's see if we can see it right here. Still can't quite catch. There it is.
There it
ball
is.
Comes out right there, and Davis is Johnny on the spot, and nobody's going to catch him. Boy, what a start for Palmetto.
So they will attempt to kick this extra point. And that is Jordan Griffin. And he is related to RG3. Palmetto signaling this penalty is going to go against Northwest. We'll see.
And really, you know,
No, just going to pick it up.
in regular football, you might think about going for 2, but they're already going for 2 because in Pop Warner football, if you kick the extra point, it's a 2-point conversion. If you run it or throw it, it's a 1-point. Another penalty flag. Wow. If they're not going to be able to move it much closer. Lined up off sides, did Northwest. Oh, boy. Well, there's the 3rd penalty in a row. Unbelievable. Now we're to the 1, no.
Let's see. He gained maybe about 6 inches there.
Yeah, I'd say we're about 6 inches from the goal line now. It was half the distance, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get one off here without a flag.
There's the
Good
snap. Kick is up.
Wow.
And the kick is good.
Boy, that might be roughing the kicker, and it is, and that should have been called. That was a bad penalty by Northwest. officials. All 4 penalties here in this series, and that was tough. That was an obvious roughing the kicker.
All right, so that is going to go.
Excuse me, the holder. Yep. Now we got the field mic.
Yeah, there you go. We'll take it. By the way, if you're watching Pop Warner football for the first time and you're thinking, well, there were 3 consecutive offsides penalties on that extra point and the ball ended up 6 inches from the goal line, why didn't they bring the offense back in and go for it? Well, the answer is you get 2 points in Pop Warner if you kick it.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's send it over to Kevin Cork at the update desk.
All right, guys, great contest. Chargers and the Eagles, and check this out. You're going to love this. Little kickoff. How about the opening kickoff of the contest? And would you believe, to the house, baby. Willer, just call him Willie. Sweet Willie Stewart. 70 yards all the way, 6-0 Sweetwater. Another one of those Sunshine State teams. Yeah, you're getting a feeling that the teams from Florida came ready to play. Now, that's consolation. We also have semifinal action. Raiders and it's the Mavericks. Jakari Bird. Fly, fly, fly. 50, 40, gone. 6-0. Hard hitting New Britain.
That's awesome. I love the way he says that. So New Britain is in front. And Palmetto is up 8-0. Officially, that fumble return for a touchdown by Darren Davis goes 51 yards. And, of course, after the personal foul, this kickoff is going to come from the 45-yard line of Northwest. Can he put this one in the end zone? He's going to drive him back to the 10-yard line in any case, and here comes Core. And how about that great special teams play right there? Great play made by Lee Morales. And his dad's an assistant coach, and I'm sure he can appreciate that play.
Boy, what a great open field tackle right there.
All right, so early on, Northwest finds themselves down 8-0, and they are backed up to their own 14-yard line. So you know what Palmetto's thinking. Hey, we're going to get a defensive stop, get the ball back, and have a short field. Flags before the snaps. I think this is going to go against Northwest.
Prior to the snap, illegal substitution, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Okay, so that will go against Palmetto, and it'll make it 1st and 5. That's a good break for Northwest as it moves the football out to their own 19.
Interesting formations from Northwest.
Brian Lima, number 11, is split out wide to the right. Handoff goes inside to McDonald. And McDonald finds good yardage up to the 24-yard line. They get to 25, and that is a gain of 6 and a first down.
That was all the way to the safety, Mark Pope, number 5 for Palmetto. That was an off tackle, really almost isolation play out of the wing too.
Howard under center and goes back to McDonald, no gain.
Chester Lee, the backside defensive end, number 16, came in and make the hit. Also on the hit, of course, was and this is an outstanding linebacker. This is Teshedrick Williams, number 28. Excuse me, 26.
Great bloodlines for both these teams. Handoff goes back inside. That's Core. And Core takes it down near the 28-yard line.
And all the teams that run this wing T style of offense all have that quick counter play, that quick hitter coming back from the wing.
Fake to Young, then throwing back the other way and nearly intercepted by B-Bam Chester Lee, and a flag is down.
Yeah, and no question, there was a definite contact there. That was wide open, and there was definite contact before the ball got there. No question.
pass interference, defense, 15-yard penalty, results in a first down.
So I asked Artis Knight about Chester Lee's nickname, B-Bam, last night, and he said, I have no idea. No idea. First down carry. And Young looking to get busy.
I see a lot of really good things out of the Northwest Raiders. I see some really good fundamentals. I like this offensive line. I think this promises to really be a good football game.
I think you're right about that. Second down and 6 from the 46. And Zaire Core goes stumbling forward, and another flag is down at the 45.
Boy, Neem Bonner, number 9, is a really good-looking athlete at the quarterback spot, too.
Illegal shift, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, second down.
Boy, major penalty problems for the Raiders at this point in the game. 5:16 left in the first quarter. I think they've already had 5 penalties, I believe.
They're going to have to tighten that up, obviously, and Palmetto has created a defensive touchdown. That's the difference in the game early, 8-0. So the ball resting just outside the 40.
Tight formation, classic double wing right here.
Yeah, Edwards right behind Bonner.
Audible.
Bonner to throw, got it away just as he was hit. Incomplete. Nasir Rogers, the tight end, was the intended receiver.
Boy, Bonner really has a quick release. I mean, he had pressure in his face and he got rid of that ball so quickly. Watch the release. Boom, gone. Quick twitch release.
Third down and 11. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:42 here to go in our opening period. Winner of this game goes to the national championship in Division I midgets. And midgets is kind of a misnomer when you take a look at the size of some of these players.
3rd and 10, big play.
Sent into the left, tipped it and caught out of the air by Jackson. And he's still going.
Well, that was the tip drill in the opposite direction, and I think we may have a late hit on the quarterback.
So flag is down back at the 27.
Roughing the passer, hands to the face.
How about
Defense,
that?
penalties decline. First down.
He did step out right there at the 31. Yep. And again, can't quite see it at the very end there, but definitely a late hit.
Young tipped it.
Yep.
And Jackson says, thank you very much. I'll take it from here. And he was dragged down by Chester Lee.
That's a change in field position.
Yeah, you said it. All the way down to the 41-yard line. Now check that, 31-yard line.
Now they spread it out. Now they go away from the wing tee and 4 wide receiver set.
Fake it. Swing it to the short side. That's Jackson again.
The dear Jackson with the quick wide receiver screen. Staple in the NFL, college, and now Pop Warner football.
We got a couple of teams that can throw the ball around a little bit here in this matchup.
Yes, sir.
Going to keep this one on the ground as they try the left side.
They have shown 2 totally different offenses here now, going with the 4 wide receiver set. That looked like a zone read that he was trying to read.
Third down.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him to come back with the zone read and have the quarterback keep. Let's see. Good looking athlete right there, number 9.
Bonner.
Yep, Neem Bonner.
Play action fake. Send this one down the center of the field It was trying to hit Jackson on the slant. He had a step on his defender, but it was really a tight window. The pass goes incomplete.
Yeah, and the Palmetto Raiders are straight man-to-man here without a free safety, and he just overlet him inside. He had an opportunity there.
Yeah, Green did a nice job from his running back spot coming over and picking up the blitzer.
All right, now we have a 3-by-1 formation to their right, 3 wideouts to the right.
4th and 5. Bonner to the other side, incomplete. Young had lots of room to operate.
Bonner misfired now on 2 consecutive passes. This is open. Just overthrew him right off the fingertips.
All right, a change of possession. Let's send it over to the Genie update desk and Kevin Cork.
All right, guys, check it out. Chargers and the Eagles. Curtsy to Daquan Youngblood. Jack would be proud. 12-0 is our score. You like that reference, don't you, guys?
I got it. That's old school all the way. Daquan Youngblood. That's a good football name. That guy sounds like a player. All right, so the Palmetto Raiders with an 8-0 lead. They hold on defense as Northwest, the Raiders, turn it over on downs.
Palmetto operates out of this is their base formation here, the wishbone as you see it lined up. Having an issue here with
now we're set for play.
there we go. Okay. It's a balanced set. Christopher McDonald, #1 under center.
Trying to get to the wide side. This is Courtney Reese.
Boy, what a block on the corner by the running back. Just listen or watch this collision by the back. Can't quite right there though. Boy, that was a terrific block. And that was Walter Bullock, the defensive end. That was a battle right there. Walter Bullock is one of the better players for Northwest.
Yeah, there's 2 Bullocks on this roster. So it's a gain of 5. McDonald, and the handoff goes to Reese, and it's defended well. Strong defensive play made by Ashton Edwards.
Boy, I am enamored with this nose tackle for the Northwest. He is really impressive. That's Zaire Core right there at #3. Boy, he is so sound technically and so strong. Great fundamentals.
3rd and 8. McDonald putting this one up. Contact, no flags. He's trying to get that ball to Reese, and there were 2 defenders running with him step for step. Good defense.
Yeah, that was Bonner, #9, was at the left corner, and he was stride for stride. Excellent coverage. Good throw. Strong arms, both these quarterbacks. Yeah. I love it, Coach. Calm. Nice job, Aim.
Antoine Anderson is in there to punt this football away.
Isheem Young is back deep, #1.
Anderson's a great baseball prospect. Throws the ball over 85 miles an hour. That ball is going to take a roll for Palmetto. And Young is going to pick it up and try to circle back. And that's well defended. Look what Palmetto did a great job flipping the field there. Northwest is going to start all the way back at their own 24-yard line.
That was Mark Pope, #5 for Palmetto. He is the tight end, wide receiver, safety with a outstanding open field tackle. I thought it was close to a horse collar, but we didn't have a flag.
No, didn't get a call on that. When they ask Pope about what kind of growth he's made this year, he says one of the things he's done is really improved his temper. He's really, that doesn't take him out of his game nearly the way it used to.
I read that, and I thought that was a great comment, and that's what football's supposed to do. Learn to control your emotions.
All right, so Bonner will operate out of the gun. Flag is down. Boy, nothing happening there in the middle of the line. That is really well defensed.
I think that's illegal motion.
Green got the carry.
That was Tyrone Grissom, number 12 for the Raiders of Miami.
Illegal shift.
Yep.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Well, that puts them at the 1st and 15. I'm really quite amazed at Northwest here. You know, they came out in a double wing, and now the last 2 series now we've seen 4 wideouts.
8-0 as we close in on 1 minute to play in our opening quarter. A 51-yard fumble return by Darren Davis, the only touchdown right now in the game. 4 wide, and now trips to the top as Jackson goes in motion. Whoa! Pass was bobbled, but Young was able to hold on to it, and then he paid for it.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was again, that's to Shedrick Williams, number 28, the safety. Wow. What a hit.
They call him Nuki. And he nuked the ball carrier.
I guess he did. 5'3", 140 pounds. Plays linebacker and safety both.
All right, so here you go with that double wing formation. Yep. Young gets the carry. Boy, he got up into that hole really quickly.
Boy, did he ever. And of course, that's the off-tackle power in the double wing. The quarterback is the lead blocker. The quarterback foot.
We'll see if they try to get one more snap off before the end of the quarter. And they're going to wave that off. Came after the clock hit 0. So we have come to the end of our opening quarter. And I think we got ourselves a real good game here. Division I Midgets National Semifinals. One of these 2 teams is going through to the championship game. After one, Palmetto leads Northwest PA. That's Germantown right outside Philadelphia. 8-0. All right, Coach, let's take a look at what's on tap later today here at Disney Wide World of Sports. 2 games coming this afternoon. Both will send a team to the championship round. At 1:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN3 or the Watch ESPN app, you've got Virginia Beach, Virginia set to take on Harvey, Illinois. Then at 3:15, our final of 4 live games this afternoon. Liberty City from the Miami area set to take on Watkins, D.C., Division I Junior Midget semifinal. And those 2 games, of course, will send someone into the championship round.
Of course, in Liberty City and Watkins out of D.C., I mean, they're here every year. 2 powerhouse Pop Warner programs. And Virginia Beach is normally here every year as well.
Artis Knight, 18 years as a head coach. They're 13-0 now after an 11-0 regular season. They shut out Sweetwater in the first round, 29-0. And we are now underway here in the second quarter of play. Palmetto is on defense. They're in the black uniforms. They look like the Raiders. And Northwest, they're the Raiders as well, and their uniforms are a mixture of gold and blue.
Both teams defensively operate from odd man fronts. In other words, there's going to be somebody, a nose tackle over the center almost every snap. Now for the Raiders, that nose tackle that is Joshua Lovo Morales.
Dual safeties back in this punting situation. And that ball will go out of bounds near midfield, and that's going to be good field position for Palmetto. That was Javon Ellis on the punt. Ellis has a pretty interesting story this year. He went through a lot of emotional stuff. Lost his grandfather, and you know, Doug, sometimes you just, you know, lose the spark. He wanted to quit the game. just wanted to leave the team. They were able to talk him back onto the team. In the first game he played, when he came back, made 2 interceptions in that game. Northwest PA, they've existed for, they're on to their 5th decade. Perfect regular season. And they were national champs a couple of seasons. From the 50.
Here's the wishbone set now. McDonald under center.
Handoff to Quincy Barnes. Man, what a hit.
Wow.
Big hit by A.J. Taylor.
I'm telling you now, that was a serious, serious collision. Just watch this, and it's a little counter play, and here comes the hit right there.
Damn.
Actually, that was Young.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
number 1.
I think had the better of the hits, and of course, Taylor was in on it as well.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Boy, look at that great pursuit by Northwest as Darren Davis was wrapped up the moment he got the ball. He's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Ashton Edwards, the defensive tackle, and on that hit, number 8. I'll tell you what, these two teams are getting after it. Meadow up because of the turnover and the score, the defensive score.
Turn under 8 minutes to play in here in the first half. 8-0 your score. Palmetto with the lead and back in Northwest territory, facing 3rd down and 6. McDonald out of the shotgun, man in motion. Bad snap, he collects it, and he's not going anywhere. The moment he got that ball, that was A.J. Taylor, number 23, who drove him down. And McDonald in a little bit of distress.
That's going to set up a 4th and about 8. Let's see if Palmetto elects to go with the punt, or they go for it. I think they're probably.
I think the punt team's coming
by
in.
the substitutions, I'm guessing the punt team is out. And I totally agree with that decision.
Quincy Barnes, 17, is on to punt this ball. There he is.
Snapper is Kenneth, and I'm going to try to pronounce this, Koladzabak. Number 37.
No, I got this. I talked to the coach last night. This is Kenneth Kolojazak.
Kolojazak, okay.
His dad is the
Illegal
linebacker
substitution.
coach.
Defense, 5 yards, play 4.
Okay, now they may change here. This is now 4th and 3, and I think they are. I believe
yeah.
they're going to go for it.
We haven't had a situation like that this week where we've seen the punt team come back off.
Yep. Well, now we have no team on the field.
Timeout, Palmetto. First charge timeout.
Hey, you know what, though? This is a good opportunity to burn a timeout here and talk this over. You've got the football at the 45-yard line. It's a manageable 4th down. 4th and 4. You've got an 8-point lead.
What do you think?
I say go for it.
Yeah,
I think it's a good call.
I have no problem with that either.
And the way these teams, we're obviously seeing that Northwest is a very athletic team. They've hurt themselves with some silly penalties here in the first half, but they're obviously offensive skilled. I think it'd suit Palmetto to roll the dice here and try to add more points.
Both teams play solid defense. I mean, this is, despite all the skill and speed on the field, there's a lot of skill and speed on the defensive side of the football as well.
All right, so here comes the Palmetto offense back out on the field. You know, they scored a defensive touchdown. They've got an 8-0 lead, but they have no first downs yet.
This is amazing. They have 4 wide receivers to the left.
4 to the short side.
Antoine Anderson.
Anderson throws it the other way. Moonball is going to fall incomplete. It was intended for Mark Pope. So how about that? They loaded up with 4 wide receivers to the short side and then came back to the wide side. And Anderson cranked this one up the lefty.
And it's very, very well defended by, that was Naeem Bonner. Had the right guy out there, and that's just a jump ball, and pretty well defended.
Still like to gamble.
I'll tell you in about 5 minutes whether I like it or not.
Okay.
There's 6:47 to go here in the second quarter. I told you they should have punted.
All right, so Northwest will take over here at the 44.
I sound like I'm up in the stands now, right?
Oh, exactly.
But I am.
You got the guy hired and fired
Right.
a dozen times during the game.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the gun. Boy, look at the black jerseys that just go to the football.
Boy, both these teams defensively are very, very impressive.
There you go. Coach Shea sending in a note. Let's go Northwest PA. Hashtag Pop Warner SB. Use that hashtag and you can send us messages. We want to know where you're watching these games and hope that you're enjoying them as much as we are bringing them to you. 3rd down and 8. Boy, I tell you what, that was a good tackle. That tackle made by Lee Morales. If he doesn't trip up the ball carrier, I think Core's going a long way.
Yep, pretty fancy handoff right there. Yep. Mark Pope, the safety, number 5 for Palmetto, was in pretty good position on that as well.
Going for it on 4th down. Look at that pursuit. They've got the quarterback wrapped up. Throws incomplete. How he found Young to even attempt that throw, I'll never know. Bonner was in all kinds of distress with defenders hanging all over him.
That's going to be 4th and about a long 8 now for Northwest. Boy, both teams have a large contingent of cheerleaders here today. That's great.
All right, dual safeties back. You've got Brown and Pope back for Palmetto. Ellis to punt. Good punt. Right up the center of the field goes Pope. And Pope is chased down. Good understanding of angles by Core. And he brought him down. A flag is down at the 35.
Boy, they had a wall set up on that on their right sideline, but Core, how many times have we called his name already?
All day long.
Number 3 for Northwest.
During the return, blocking the back, receiving team, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
All right, let's send it over to Kevin Cork at the Genie Update Desk. Kevin?
Fricks, Jafari Newman knows how to throw the ball. And you know that Calvin Goodwin knows how to catch it. What a wonderful catch right in the basket for the touchdown. And yep, we have ourselves a bigger lead for New Britain, 14-zip.
All right, so the gang from Connecticut starting to perhaps stake a claim on one of those spots in the championship round in Division I midgets. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Here comes Darius Brown. And Brown is dropped by Walter Bullock. And the Bullock brothers, by the way, are related to the Clippers forward Reggie Bullock.
That was a little crossbuck. Now, that was not really the wishbone set. That was a full house set. All three were at the same level, and that's pretty. There it is right there. That is a pure full house.
Ball's on the turf. Botched exchange between the center and the quarterback. Anderson got right back on that thing.
Boy, neither team able to really move the football at all here in the first half. Again, the one score that we've had, was a defensive score by Darren Davis. Picked up a fumble from his corner position and rambled in.
3rd down and 10. Anderson from the gun. Dual receivers to each side.
Lefty.
Throwing in traffic, incomplete.
Well, we're going to see another punt.
Yeah, and good pressure by Northwest. They were rushing 4 and defending with 7. And they were able to get pressure on the passer. Forced him to throw that ball incomplete. And it sets up another punting situation for Palmetto.
It's really funny. Both teams are similar in what they're trying to do offensively. Both teams run, either a double wing or a full house backfield set, and then both teams spread it out as well.
Young is a single safety back there to receive this punt at the 45-yard line.
Had 12 on the field.
Anderson gets it away with the left foot. Short kick, but it will take a Palmetto bounce and be down at the 39-yard line by Darren Davis.
Boy, is Darren Davis ever quick. I happened to watch him, release on covering that punt. Man, he can really go.
Hey, let's send it back over to the update desk. Kevin Cork, what are you working on for halftime?
Guys, we are psyched for halftime. Coming up, we have terrific highlights headed your way. We're going to talk about the game that you all are broadcasting. We also have a look around the complex. And don't forget, Big Thursday coming up here at the Wide World of Sports, the Cheer and Dance National Championship. All that coming up as we present the halftime show in just a bit. Back to you for now.
All right, the halftime show presented by Genie. Kevin Cork will have that once we hit the half. Palmetto's got an 8-0 lead right now on Northwest Pennsylvania from the Philadelphia area. They're in Germantown. They've got the football. Forcing this thing out wide. Boy, how about this? Young making tremendous moves across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line. Coach, it looked like that play wasn't going anywhere. Suddenly a broken tackle, and maybe their most positive play of the game.
Yeah, he turned about a 5-yard loss into about a 20-yard gain, did Ishim Young. This is a big, tall, physical, good-looking running back, and great penetration right there. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, and finally they're going to get him down. It took 2 of them.
And great concentration to not to let that ball get stripped away. So the nose of the football at the 39-yard line. Northwest driving for what might be the tying touchdown here late in the first half.
Yeah, they got 3:30 left now here in the second quarter.
Trying to get to the wide side. Can Core turn the corner?
He did.
He got there.
But what a combination that is, and he's dominant at both. He's dominant at nose tackle, and I tell you, offensively, he's got speed. He can run the football.
The Core's favorite movie is We Are Marshall.
Really?
And, of course, Marshall will be in Florida for a pre-Christmas bowl game in Boca Raton.
I knew you would get the Marshall plug in. It was just a matter of time. I knew it was coming.
I tell you what I like about that bowl game. They played Northern Illinois in that game, and the good chance the winner of that game is going to finish in the top 25. Got it. Bonner to Core alone. A first down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 15.
Boy, this is a very impressive drive now by Northwest, and this is a very accurate throw by Bonner. And he reads it and he sits down right there in the middle of the zone, right between 2 defenders.
Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Northwest in the red zone, their best threat of the game. Wow. And you're seeing now Young's ability to break tackles. He's made the key runs on this drive, and the ball now resting just outside the 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Northwest on the move. All 3 of their timeouts available.
Timeout, Palmetto, their second charge, timeout of the half.
All right, so Palmetto now down to 1 timeout remaining, and you can see the coaches for Northwest getting all fired up.
Boy, this has been a terrific drive and really, really good execution of the running game and the passing game.
Hey, the Northwest cheerleaders finally have something to cheer about.
Yeah, and they've been they're right below our broadcast location, and they've been working this whole first half.
What's the running game that's really keyed this drive? We've seen them in a variety of formations. A lot of heavy run, and then, you know, with some really interesting passing formations too.
Yeah, you know, again, from the double wing to a spread offense, that's hard to do. Boy, look at the way they come up to the football here, led by the, I love that, Miles Nicholson, the center, sprinting up to the football, number 21.
So from the 10-yard line. And at the bottom of that humanity is Zaire Core.
Boy, that was a determined run, and that is going to set up, I believe, it should be a first down, 1st and goal, and they're going very fast now.
Yep. They pick up the tempo. It's 1st and goal at the 7. Kicking it to the outside. Forced
Yes,
this way
sir.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwest. Zaire Core.
But, you know, momentum is the strangest thing. You never know when it's coming. But led by that outstanding first play, the run by Ishim Young. And watch Core here. Oh, that's a great cut. That was Ishim Young that made the cut block on the corner. And Zaire Core, beautiful job of getting it in the end zone. 15 years old is Zaire.
6 plays, 60 yards in just over 2 minutes.
Now they're gonna attempt the kick and see if they can tie. Protection here is the key issue. Snap and protection. Good snap.
Kick is up, but the kick is wide to the left. No good. So Palmetto continues to lead 8-6. Now, good height on the kick by Walter Bullock, but he just pushed it to the left.
Watch the cut block here, and again, this is Core going to come in quick motion, and away it goes. But the cut block right there, of course, that was Ishim Young. That was really the key, and that the Core has been so impressive in this first half. Love those unis.
Yeah, those are nice. You know what makes them nice? The font on those numbers. Really futuristic. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so with 1:37 to go, Palmetto's about to get the football back, but they have only 1 timeout to work with.
Yeah, in 1:37, you're right.
And you can see the coaches over there talking with Chris McDonald, the quarterback. He's about to come back out onto the field. We know all the folks at Cutter Bay are watching Palmetto go at it this afternoon. They're probably not too happy about that Northwest touchdown, but Palmetto, the Raiders, still have a 2-point lead. A little over 1.5 minutes before halftime. Don't forget, Kevin Cork has our halftime show presented by Genie. Lots of stuff going on this afternoon at ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Darren Davis back deep, and also Mark Pope.
Well, we know what Davis can do.
And they got smart that time. They definitely were kicking it away from Davis.
So that ball goes out of bounds. And so Palmetto's going to have good field position here.
And by the way, did you know what Darren Davis's favorite TV show is?
You know, I should know that. What is it?
ESPN Sports Center.
Oh, there you go.
Illegal procedure. Kicking time. Kick out of bounds. 5-yard re-kick.
Well, you know, when you got a weapon like Palmetto does, that's a good decision.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, make him re-kick that ball.
Yeah, and especially with 1:37 to go here.
And
oh, and look, they just switched Davis over to the other side. Another nice coaching job by Coach Knight. Okay, you want to kick it that way? Then I'm putting my horse over there.
There you go. So Davis is on the right and Pope is on the left.
Now let's see if they kick it, if they try to kick it the other way now to Pope. Nope, Davis is going to get it.
All right, so Davis will catch this one on the fly from the 11-yard line.
Oh, reverse.
They've got the reverse. And still on his feet. Oh, man, what a hit. Up at the 33-yard line. Boy, what a great idea, though, on that return. Morales.
Yeah, that was to Cedric Williams that got the football on the reverse from Davis. Right there. Pretty slick ball handling. But Northwest, wow. Northwest, though, disciplined team, stayed in their lanes, good position.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line for Palmetto. 13-0 on the season. Chester Lee splits out.
Okay, they're going to spread it out. Now we've got an issue with our alignments again.
So Lee is coming all the way back to the short side of the field.
Yeah, this is that 4-by-1 formation again.
Snap to McDonald. Right down the seam and was nearly intercepted. That was a really dangerous pass. Kyrie Green nearly got the ball.
Yep, he slid over from the, there you see him right in the middle of the screen. He's the linebacker, good pressure. Just, oh wow, he'd like to have that one back.
Oh, he was watching the quarterback's eyes all the way.
Yeah, and a pure zone coverage that time. I thought sure they were going to do something with Davis. They had him isolated at the far right.
So here we go again.
And now Kyrene.
So Pope is alone at the top of your screen.
Right.
4 wide receivers to the bottom.
There it goes.
And here's the lefty, Anderson. Incomplete.
Thought we might have a flag there. That was close.
There was contact.
But not a bad strategy. You know, go 4 into the sideline, have an isolation at the top of the screen. Little bit of contact, not much. Pretty well defended, really. Of course, that was Bonner as the corner. Boy, good athlete.
All right, 3rd down and 10.
Okay, now it's 2-by-2 in the gun. Is Anderson. Now, Anderson is the lefty. Left tackle, Diamante Howard got a little anxious. Geez, I should say the left tackle.
Offense, 5 yards. Replay 3rd down.
Fred Howard, number 9.
Yeah, I didn't have to really name him, did I?
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
But it gives me a chance to say that he's related to the rapper Ja Rule and to the late Sean Taylor from the U and the Washington Redskins. Here's Anderson.
Running for his life.
Boy, oh boy, how avoided 3 tacklers. Now he's got some room. Look at this. And he is up to the 40-yard line.
He may be just short of the 1st down.
It's going to make it a lot more interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, 4th and about 2. Now decision time. 58 seconds
Timeout.
left.
Palmetto. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Doug, I think you got to punt this ball. Now you're punting into the window.
You know, a lot of it depends on how much confidence there you see that last scramble, the tackle. But a lot of it has to do with how much confidence you have in your punt team.
You know, this is a great teaching point, too, for these coaches. That was great individual moves for sure by Anderson. But those last couple of cuts, as Anderson was trying to get back into the open field to make it a big play, if he had been cognizant of how much yardage he needed for the first down, he could have easily got it.
Down and distance, too much dancing, as I like to say as a coach. So they're going to go for it, looks like.
Yeah. Well.
Quincy Barnes, he did punt it earlier.
Yes.
Let's see.
But McDonald under center, play action, rolling, flip, wide open. And that is a first down, and Williams gets the sticks, and he's fired up about it.
A lot of juice. I love it. The Cedric Williams, 5'3", 140 pounds of energy.
Officials timeout. Injury.
Nice throw. Hit him right in stride.
And we've got an injured Northwest player right along the Palmetto sideline. See the Palmetto huddle there. Halftime show presented by Genie, coming right up on ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app. Kevin Cork is back there. Got slide rules, posse, a team of experts. Or not. Look at that. Awesome. That is great. Now they just see themselves on TV. Now it's on. There you go.
That's great. That's Arizona. Good to see you guys.
Nice.
High five, brothers. High five, high five.
There you go. That's great. Good stuff, Kevin. And the Genie lift sees all. Not quite as windy up there today, I would imagine. That's a good thing.
Boy, and I'll tell you, that lift has, and our production crew have given us some great shots to work with of this tournament. And you just can't say enough about the whole crew that we have back in the studio and, you know, on the sidelines. They've done a tremendous job with this tournament.
Now there's the Genie lift shot.
Isn't that great?
Now Genie has a lift that actually gets 3 times that height. But frankly, that's high enough for me.
Not for me.
Yeah.
That's a great view of the Disney Wide World of Sports.
Yeah, look at all the complex. You
over
can see
300. There you can see the different fields where all these games are going on. Over 300 acres. Spectacular complex. Folks, if you have not been here to see this, you'll be amazed. Now you see the field house just coming into view where the cheer and dance competition is going on. There's all the fields and there's the action. 4 games going on at once.
All right, we've got a lot of action going on simultaneously. Division I midget consolation. Morgan Hill, Winston-Salem, no score. By the way, our injured player is now up and heading back to the sidelines for Northwest. That's good. They will play the winner of this game. New Britain, Connecticut leads La Costa Canyon 14-8. There you go. Connecticut's getting a little love here. NB Raider for life hashtag. That's a good one. You can send us messages at hashtag PopWarnerSB. And the dedicated Pop Warner Twitter account is at @Pop_Warner. All right, we're ready. We're back to live action here. McDonald. He's going to send this one long. And that pass was nearly intercepted. It hung up just for a moment, and it looked as if Chester Lee was going to be able to make that catch, but knocked away at the very last moment.
Yeah, that was Isheem Young that came all the way from the free safety position. A little bit too much hang time on this fall, but that allows Young right there, number 1, all the way from the free safety spot. He made a good break on the football.
Stop the clock, 33 seconds left. Palmetto is out of timeouts.
Yeah, and we'll see the ball in the air every snap here. Krista McDonald in now at the quarterback spot in the gun.
Going to go with 2 wide to each side.
Yeah, 2 by 2. Williams in the backfield.
Palmetto 1 of 8 throwing the football here in the first half. McDonald would like to improve that if he can. And he is unable to escape the pressure inside the pocket. That was Kareem Bullock who made the tackle. Clock is running. We're under 20 seconds to go. And we've got another Northwest defender down.
Officials timeout. Injury.
Yeah, the clock would have run out there with them, of course, being out of timeouts.
So when we resume, it'll be 3rd and 15 with just 17 seconds. 58th Pop Warner Super Bowl scholarships. Since 1993, Pop Warner has awarded over $1 million in scholarships to athletes within their programs.
Boy, what a tradition, Pop Warner. 1929, started in the Philadelphia area, named after Pop Warner, the coach at Temple. What a great tradition in American sports. And you talk about the impact that this has had on so many young lives. Of course, I'm a football junkie, you know me. I mean, I love the game, have my whole life. Discipline, toughness, teamwork, all the things that I believe in that the young people learn by playing football. Great experience.
Injured player is up, and we will get this game resumed momentarily.
And that is going to allow Palmetto to have one more crack at it.
That's A.J. Taylor. Taylor, right before the season began in mid-August, had surgery to repair an ACL and an MCL tear. It's amazing he's even out there.
It is. Now, back to the 4-by-1 formation with Darren Davis isolated to his right. And that's where it's going. That's where he's...
Donald spun down. That's...
Yeah, I'm going to give you this one.
That's Tafiq Abdul Latif. And that is going to do it for the first half. So well played first half. We really don't have a real sense of momentum right now. Palmetto has the lead 8-6, but they've really struggled offensively. They scored their touchdown on a Darren Davis 51-yard fumble return. A 2-point kick made it 8-0. Then Core took off for a 7-yard touchdown run with a minute 37 to go before halftime. The 2-point conversion kick try was no good, and that's where we stand, 8-6. Doug Graver, this is anybody's ball game.
It really is, and you know, and you could see it from the warm-ups on. Both teams are loaded with athletes. Both teams play outstanding defense.
Artis Knight is with us, the head coach at Palmetto. Coach, what was your take in the first half?
I just think it's a defensive battle. We knew going in that this team was run heavy, and we knew that we had to play assignment football. You know, if we're not, you know, adept to our assignments, you know, they're going to take advantage of it, which they did basically towards the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's what we've just been talking about, Coach. A tremendous amount of fine athletes on the field.
Oh, yes.
And very good fundamentally on both sides defensively.
Right. Yeah, well, see, you know, we've studied this team previously to playing them, and we know that they were big and athletic. But so are we. We know that going in is going to be probably the toughest game we've ever played. And I want to commend their coaching staff for preparing for us. My offense right now can't move the ball, but that hasn't stopped us in the past. We're going to continue to grind it out and see what happens.
Coach Knight, thanks for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you, sir.
All right, pretty good first half of football. The winner of this game is going through to the national championship in Division I midget semifinals. At the break, Palmetto 8, Northwest Pennsylvania 6. Let's send it over to Kevin Cork in the Genie Update Studio for our halftime report.
All right, guys, another fantastic outing. 8-6 is our score. Welcome to the Pop Warner halftime show. Kevin Cork with you. We'll get you back out to the game at Dave and Doug are calling. But first, we have highlights from all over the complex as ESPN's coverage of the Pop Warner Super Bowl continues. We're talking about some great games. We've seen some incredible individual efforts, but also some very solid defense. And sometimes we overlook the defense, but got to give the guys credit. They're out there making the plays, popping the pads. First things first, highlights of the contest that you've been watching over there on Field 17. It's been a good one. Raiders. Darren Davis got that football, and Darren is gone. TD, baby. 6-0 Florida out in front. And, yeah, by the way, they know how to kick. Jordan Griffin up and true. 8-0. Of course, Northwest scored right before the break. 8-6 is our score at halftime. How about the Raiders again? This time it's from Connecticut, battling the Mavs from California. Jakari Bird. We're Eagles. Dare to fly. Go. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. 75 yards on that play. 6-0. Hard hitting New Britain. Later, it's Jafari Newman. Have you seen this kid play? Well, he's something else. He can throw. He can catch. Makes this one over to Calvin Goodwin, who had one of our best plays yesterday. 14-8 at the break. New Britain out in front of the Mavs, who scored right before halftime. Okay, let's keep it moving. Another group of Raiders. Morgan Hill out of Cali taking on the Vikings out of North Carolina. Thomas Dunham powering for a first down. I told you that a lot of the times we talk about the plays that score. I want to give you some plays that don't score. You know, guys just working hard. Blue-collar stuff. Matthew Douglas, first down. Jonathan Singleton under pressure, throws. God, didn't get it. No score. Now that's what I call good defense. Third quarter in that consolation game. We'll see who gets on the board first there between Cali and North Carolina. How about Florida and Illinois, Chicago and Sweetwater? Willie Stewart. Opening kickoff. Red Rum. All the way for the touchdown, 70 yards, 6-0 Florida. Later, it's Daquan Youngblood. Young man, easy pickings, makes the catch, 12-0 Florida. But back comes the squad from Illinois. How about this? Karan Robinson blocks a kick. Isaiah Horn says, thanks, I'll be scoring. That's pretty cool, isn't it? 12-6 is the score there. So let's go ahead and show you the scoreboard all around the complex as ESPN's coverage of the 58th Pop Warner Super Bowl continues. Midget division now in the D1s. You see it's Connecticut leading California by 6. Pennsylvania trailing Florida by 2. And the consolation contest, another Florida squad leading actually by 6. And how about that defensive struggle? 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. North Carolina and California, 0-0 favor of nobody. I promise you, somebody will score in that contest. You know, we've been talking a lot about social media and how not only are we happy that you're watching and that you're engaging us on social media, we want you to help us pick the very best plays of the tournament. We're calling them our top play nominees. Just go to Twitter using the hashtag PopWarnerSB as in Pop Warner Super Bowl.